Well, I forgot to hit the record button. So anyway, episode 2 here, as I've been asked to do. My name is Chris Fergie, and this is Little Man Drew. We had that. Make sure we know who you're talking to next time.
A lot of things.
And then,
you got told a lot of things.
Yeah, well, you get critiqued a lot more than I ever thought to have 8 million followers.
Mm-hmm. We got 2.
Y'all ain't even on Instagram.
Well, no.
Y'all are so famous, y'all don't need Instagram.
No. So I want to introduce my buddy, Scot Calonge. I've known Scot Calonge for over 30 years, and real good guy. And I brought him in the podcast because maybe he'll teach us something.
Doubt it.
Man, the first time I knew you, but the first time I'm surprised I still speak to you. You got me addicted to golf, and I have not gotten any better since you gave me my first lesson. That's a true story.
Well, either has he 34 years worth.
There's a lot of people with the same story.
Yeah.
Did I charge you?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Now
you want a fist fight now? Right? Sal about already fired one.
Hey, you want a fist fight now? Or? Okay.
No, hey, I got we're in, right? I got a funny story. I brought this up yesterday, and then we'll get into the guts of this. So the first golf lesson, I'd taken a few golf lessons with Chris, and I'd saved up my money to go on this golf trip with these guys to go to Kiowa Island. This is the funniest shit. So I literally was married and on a budget to go on this trip. Daddy Terry Calonge wasn't paying me too well back then. And so I called Chris and said, dude, I got the full-blown shanks. He goes, come up here to Country Hills, I'll fix you. Dude, he couldn't fix me. And finally he goes, stand over your feet together and chip this ball to that flag out there. And I chipped it, nearly knocked the flag down. And he goes, man, just chip it around the course. You'll be fine. That was my lesson that day.
There you go.
And that's a true story.
How much money
he wanted me to go to Kiowa Island after I'd saved my money for 6 months and stand on my feet together and chip it. He goes, grab a driver. And I hit it, and I punched it out there probably 200 yards or something. He was like, hell, you hit it dead straight.
What's wrong with it? That's why I still do that now. I still do. So anyways, Scot Calonge is in the apparel business, and Richards and Southern is his background, and him and his family have built a great business. And Randy Wakehazer told me it's one of the best business models he's ever seen. And so, just give us a little background, Scott, of how you and your granddad and dad got
the quick version is you should really have my pops on here sometime. It'd be awesome. I don't know if he'll have as much fun as we did, but it's a great story. But my dad, I'll give you the quickest version possible. My dad was in a rock band in the 60s, went to the University of Tennessee. My mom was also in a rock band. They met. My dad had a record deal. He claims he sold 8 records and his mom bought 6 of them. They dropped him. And at the time, my mom and dad were big into rock and roll music, and they went to a Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix show. How badass would that have been? They went to that show. My dad bought my mom a t-shirt, and he realized he had an epiphany. He said, why is nobody in country music selling merch? And he had gotten to know probably some guys y'all know, Jimmy Jenkins, which is Conway's.
I know who he is, yeah.
Conway's son, and those guys. And so he knew all those guys, which Jimmy's younger than my dad by far. He's more my age, I think, but maybe a little older in between. But anyway, my dad was just a hustler, and he started cold calling on people. And that was back before everybody had handlers and managers and security and all that. And he says he walks into Conway Twitty's office on a Friday, and Conway's sitting in there writing people's checks. And he's basically says, hey, Mr. Twitty, I'm Terry Calonge. He's like, why do y'all not sell merch? And he's like, well, why would we? My dad goes to the bank. Then before corporate America happens, he goes to the Bank of Goodlettsville. His college roommate, Johnny Claude Garrett, God rest his soul. His grandpa owned it. Yeah, grandpa owned it. No, his daddy owned it. That's right. His daddy owned it. He goes, and my dad says and I may have these numbers a little skewed. He takes out a loan for $500, like a good faith loan, shakes his hand. And Dad said it might as well have been $500 billion now. He said, I was freaked out. He drives to Kentucky, buys $500 worth of blank T-shirts because he had this screen print press he was doing his rock and roll T-shirts on. Comes back, prints a bunch of Conway shirts, put them on the bus. They leave. They go to Jackson, Tennessee. Before cell phones, Dad gets a call the next day from Conway himself. He goes, "We got a problem." My dad's like, "Oh God, I'm broke." He's like, "We're out of shirts," and that's how it all started.
Really?
And from there, he had Conway. Then Conway told Johnny Cash, Willie, on and on and on. And his first huge client, like automated client, when we went totally automated, like they have pictures of me and my brother, and they're running around on like big wheels and stuff. While my dad was going in there at night and just trying to, tie up loose ends, was Alabama. Dad was good friends with a gentleman by the name of Dale Morris that's still around, and Dale Morris was like, which is also Kenny Chesney's longtime manager. Well, he's retired now. Dale's in his 90s, but he's still doing good, living down in South Florida somewhere. But he told my dad, he's like, "Hey, you want to ride down to Fort Payne, Alabama with me?" He said, "We're someone managed this band. RCA's already verbally committed to sign them." And he said they're called Wild Country, but they want to change their name to Alabama. And my dad goes, "Yeah, I mean, I'll go with you because you may be able to do their merch." And that's how he got Alabama. And then from there, it went from Alabama to Kenny Chesney, also a Del Morris accountant. There, Dad was always friends with Herb Woolsey, also, God rest his soul, George Strait. And it just kind of snowballed. And then me and my brother have just been lucky enough along the way to pick up I wouldn't say slack. There was never much slack, man. My dad and my mom, my grandpa, and my grandmother, they were all badasses. If there's any slack, it's probably because me and my brother created it a little bit. But I mean, I like to brag a little bit and say that it's been pretty solid along the way. But we just kind of picked up the slack and maybe changed it a little bit, made it more modern. And my job is to kind of get out there amongst the people and talk to them and get to know people.
So I remember, and I think we've gone, and I don't want to bring golf up every time, but I remember dropping you off at your parents' place there in Goodlettsville, and that's when Kenny Chesney wrote the big orange ball.
Yeah.
And it was his number one hit, and she had it.
Yeah.
She had it posted like "Congratulations, Kenny," on that album, and I remember that like it was yesterday.
To this day, even with Kenny just finishing the Sphere up and all that, which was epic. We went. That was, y'all may have to bring me back because bring me back in the lane because I'm very ADD. But like we went, me and my mom and dad. I didn't take a date with me. My kids, I wanted them to go. They couldn't go. It was just me, my mom, and dad, and we go to that show. And I'd been drinking all day with Troy Tao. I know everybody in this room knows this story.
Oh, yeah.
I'd meet my mom and dad over there, and we got there, and they have these, what they call scrims, which is like huge, like, they're digital now, but these huge things. And my mom had designed every logo as high. If you've been in the Sphere, it's epic. As high as you could see. And my dad looked over at me and goes, "Are you crying?" I went, "No, I'm good." And I looked over, he's like freaking tears rolling down his face. It was a pretty cool deal. But to this day, Mom and Kenny are, I mean, they're tight. I mean, Kenny calls my mom. He calls her, it's like his Nashville mama.
Yeah, I think I remember the relationship that she had with him.
Still, it's like crazy.
And which is awesome, right?
That's the way it should be.
If he's doing good. Your family helped him get, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You had a big part of what he did, right?
Yeah.
Merchandise wise, it pays people, right?
If he was in here, he loves telling this. He came in our office one day, and I met him. He was playing before Demumbrium, what it is now. There was a hot dog stand up in the corner called Hound Dogs, and he played there on Saturdays. And I remember me and my buddy Chris going down there to see him play, and I was like, "Dude, this guy's terrible."
You still tell that today? You still tell him?
No, I would. I probably told him that, but I remember him coming in and buying like, I don't remember the monetary number, but like say $800 worth of T-shirts, and him telling my mom over and over, "Miss Calonge, I'm gonna pay you back for these shirts," just freaking out about it. And then I just remember it was like you blinked your eye and you went, and there was like tractor trailer trucks backing in and out.
It's hard to
it's still like that.
It's hard to even think of a concert without, especially country or whatever, with no merchandise.
Right. Well, yeah. It's man, it's been good. It's been good, and my dad my dad likes to say, he goes, "We never claimed to be smart. We're just in the right place at the right time." And man, in a business that tends to be a little bit shady, man, my dad wouldn't. I mean, if my dad thought he was upside down to the good and it shouldn't have been good a nickel, he would have been, he would have been calling somebody and letting them know about it.
Well, Scott, while we got this little break, let's get a beer and talk about it. That's the podcast. That's why we're here.
I didn't know I was going to be interrogated. I thought I came to drink.
Yeah. When you hear the ice rumbling, that means it's time for you to get a beer.
But going back to even like before you, I mean, your dad was your mom and dad were as solid as people as I can. They were just solid. I mean, they were, and they
never get tired of hearing.
They were good to,
Now my brother was an asshole.
Well, I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding. I'm blaming the best dude ever. But he probably won't even listen to this anyway. But he'll think it's funny.
Most people won't.
And the thing is, like, your son and my son growing up together, and it's still a small town, big town business that. And end of the day, and we've talked about this off air, but it's like relationships. Relationships is the key to anything that I've ever got to do or even thought about stuff. It's always been through relationships.
4,000,000%.
And that's and I would say about your dad, like, man, that guy is as solid as guy I've ever been around. I
had somebody one of the coolest compliments I ever got. Wasn't directed towards me, directed towards my dad, was somebody had got crossways with my dad or something. And when I say crossways, my dad, he's a peacemaker, which is a good way to be. But they said a friend that's a very influential person in our industry said, man, that guy, he can't be a good person. He doesn't like Terry Calonge. I mean, it's hard to not like my dad.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And then the couple of times where I might have crossed the line to ask him something, he was like, I think I went to Losers or something one night. Brantley Gilbert was playing there, and you weren't there, but your parents were there. I was like, hey, get me on that. He's like, no. Because he knew the boundaries, right?
Yeah,
you had to know the boundaries, right? If let's say the art,
drank a few beers.
No, but if the artist was good, maybe it probably would happen. But if the artist was good, maybe they would put up my dumb ass, right? But other than that, like, I would say they knew the boundaries, right? Because hey, this guy don't mind, this guy don't mind 10 people being back here, and this guy don't want to talk to anybody.
You kind of got to, and I mean, the guys that don't want a lot of people back there, that doesn't necessarily make them a bad guy. Like somebody like Jason Aldean, he's not one of my customers. I go to his shows all the time because he's a good dude, right? But my point is there's other artists that are like, they all take it serious, obviously, or they wouldn't be where they were. But some of them are different, as in like. Like Morgan Wallen, he's the biggest of the big in all genres of music. Morgan will talk your ear off, but when Morgan, he's like an athlete. When he's like, okay, it's game time. I mean, he don't want to talk about fishing or hunting,
Yeah,
but anyway, it is what it is.
It probably just depends on who you are too. Like if you get back there and you get all.
Well,
then like, I mean, man, not today.
If you're back there,
today.
no, I've taken
tomorrow, maybe.
I've been single. I've been single for a long time. I've taken a few dumbasses backstage. Let me tell you,
we have never been there.
My dad will be like, "Get her out of here," So but
don't bring them back.
Don't
bring them
back. But
I
mean, I'm just saying. I mean, everybody means well. I mean, you got a few people without mentioning names that are just assholes, but I mean, most of them are good, really solid people, man, and they're just trying to get their job done,
So, we've got a few questions for you on this podcast, and I'll try to go through a few of them. Serious question: how many T-shirts do you own personally now? Like, and
I saw that question. You talking about me, like what I wear?
Yeah, like
this is gonna sound douchey as hell, but I have as many as I want, and I have a lot of T-shirts, but I am a snob when it comes to T-shirts, like as far as quality goes. And now we print on good stuff if they want to print on good stuff, but like this T-shirt right here, this Navy T-shirt, this shirt probably cost somebody $7, and I gave $100 for it. But my point is, I don't have a lot of concert T-shirts around. I have some. I have like my son is managing an artist named Alex Lambert. He has really cool stuff. But like Luke Bryan's one of my dearest buddies on earth. But if I wear a Luke Bryan shirt, it's because I want to get somebody to laugh because it's got his face on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a lot of them. I mean, I've got some cool old rock and roll shirts and stuff, but a majority of the ones I really like are ones I've paid retail for.
Really?
Yeah, I don't buy. Yeah. Now I'll buy like some blank, like some higher quality stuff if I want to wear like a black T-shirt around or something. But as far as what we print, most of it's like. It's country music, man. I mean, George Strait's the king, but unless I'm trying to be funny, I'm not going to wear his face on my T-shirt.
A George Strait T-shirt.
Yeah.
So getting back to Kenny, would you ever wear a Kenny Chesney T-shirt?
I have some Kenny Chesney T-shirts, but they're very like this is kind of a cool thing. My mom came up with the slogan "No Shoes Nation." Which is his.
I don't think it did very well there, did it? I mean,
no. The only thing that sucked about that is she didn't copyright it herself. But I bet Kenny did.
I would say if he did, I'm going to if he doesn't.
I like bragging about it. He has really good merch. It's like that heavier comfort color stuff. I'm probably going way too nerdy on T-shirts for that, but it's like his stuff's a lot of it's more logo stuff. Like I'm not going to wear a shirt with Kenny Chesney on a surfboard on it. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Unless I came in here to make y'all laugh, But
I get it.
Well, he cussed me for wearing
I like that shirt.
This is Johnny Blue Skies.
That's a great T-shirt.
But
that's like a comfort color shirt. It's more of that heavier, like this stuff right here.
I wouldn't know. I got 3 T-shirts that fit, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't wear it today. But
you usually wear a tank top, don't you?
Yeah, but
wife beater.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to show off.
He's a roofer. He's a roofer.
Yeah, but that's all
tied up there.
We're long sleeve.
He's a married man, but every once in a while he wants to show off his eagle tattoo.
Yeah, it's real low down here. Y'all want to see it?
Sure. Fuck yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say fuck. Fuck.
Hey, they told us we couldn't say fuck, but fuck them.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, so let me ask you this.
Oh, here we go. This is where it all happens right here.
Hey, Scott, so like, was that your first job?
Fuck yeah.
It was?
No, it wasn't.
No.
He worked at
Was that your first job?
No.
Walmart? What'd you do?
My first job, this is crazy, was at B.F. Myers Furniture. Billy Joe Irwin.
I know.
Remember him from Bluegrass?
Yeah.
Billy Joe and my grandpa were good buddies. My grandpa got me a job working at B.F. Myers Furniture. And I walked in the first day. This is funny. I walked in and Billy Joe, his son Bob now runs B.F. Myers Furniture. And he was
still in business too, by the way.
Yeah, they're killing it. Anyway, I just bought a $9,000 couch from them. Not really, but it seems like
from the Franklin store.
Yeah, right. I know. They done.
Was that is that the one that the skunk got today, or
dude? No? Don't get me down that.
But anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, my first job was B.F. Myers Furniture, and I walked in there, and Billy Joe, I was like a high school football player, and Billy Joe goes, "Oh man, I'm glad Owen was my grandpa. Glad Owen got. We need some big old strong guys." Well, when you're in high school, some old man tells you that, you're like, yeah. So next thing I know, I'm trying to pick up this mirror that costs more than I'm gonna make all summer, and I busted it the first day. But yeah, that was my first job, and for some reason they kept me on. But
really,
then I worked at Madison Swimming Pool Company. My partner was a raging alcoholic. He would pull the van up. We were supposed to clean pools together, and he would sit over in the van and drink. It's a true story. Would drink liquor till he passed out, and he would tell me, this is crazy. I'd get in the van after burning up all day, getting sunburnt, doing the whole job. He'd be like, I don't remember who my boss was, or I don't remember his name, and we wouldn't say it anyway. He would say, if you tell me, I'll kill you. That's a true story.
Really?
Yeah.
So.
And I told my dad one time, and then my dad was like, we got to go tell him. I went, no, you don't tell him.
Yeah. I'm riding with this guy tomorrow, Dad.
We're good.
No,
Dad was more worried about him driving around just drinking liquor out of a bag all day.
What's wrong with that? He does it every day. Puts fruits on.
No, every other day. But I swear to God, I thought he worked at. I thought he cut grass at Country Hills when I was working for you.
No, he never worked at Country Hills.
No, that was Rob Merritt.
Rob Merritt, yeah. He did mow some grass there.
No.
He
He
did.
did mow some grass.
He's like superintendent or something.
Yes.
Is he still
he
is?
got the now I don't know what he's doing now.
no.
He retired. I think he's retired.
Dude, I remember he used to
Maybe.
smash a golf ball.
He did. He could throw one as far as he could hit though.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah, I remember that. He was an
Pretty
athlete.
crazy stories. What do you think, little man?
I remember the first time I remember Scott, and I keep saying this, and you keep looking at me like I'm stupid. That maybe it wasn't Scott, but we played this. You had a scramble, right?
Yeah,
The
party
party-
naked.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
what
still party naked.
Every time I say that, he
Just
looks
by
at
myself
me like,
mainly now.
"You got the wrong guy," but I knew it was him. That was the first time I remember him because Chris taught me, about the finer things in life when I worked for him, and then that was probably one of the first scrambles I played was the party naked.
Yeah, it was
invitation.
my grandmother passed of cancer or something. I thought, man, I'll try to do something for the Cancer Society, and my dad thought that was a pretty admirable.
So party naked.
Pretty. But what was funny was I
don't know,
said,
it's the cancer.
I know that's what's so weird about it. Dad goes, well, were you gonna charge people? I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna donate the money to cancer. He goes, it's called the Party Naked Invitational, and I did donate the money. I mean, I'm sure it was thousands, but I did. But I remember the deal was
Probably
we had
tens.
hats, and whoever won got their name on the hat the next year. And anyway, there's not much to the story, but I do remember one of Tanner, my son's buddies, a few years back. I get this random text. I didn't even have this kid's number on my phone. And it's a picture of one of those hats he had found in a thrift store down in Atlanta.
I thought I
like,
still
what?
had my hat. I tried to find it, but
Yeah.
So we talked about this at lunch. So what's a typical day now? Because obviously the brick and mortar, we talked about how business
Yeah.
changed,
Very much.
and even in my business has changed.
Mhm.
And so a typical day for you probably is not going to the office, right? Like a typical day for you, if you got your phone on you, basically now most business you can do off your phone, right?
I don't go to the office that much. And I mean, I get not so much my brother. Ryan knows I'm out doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And Ryan goes there some, but he does a lot from his house too. That's one thing that COVID, God, I hope that never happens again in my lifetime. But that did teach us that you can do this mobile, and so
I'd say 95% of
Yeah.
America got
yeah,
taught.
and it finally, like, Dad used to really stay on my butt, man. He'd be like, where you at? Where you at? And I was like, man, nobody's going to come in our little crappy office and buy something. You got to kind of be out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'd catch a lot of flack because my job kind of like my brother's like the guy. Like he's the CFO. He holds the wheels on it. He's our accountant. And I go out there and try to drum up business. Now we can all do that, but my job is to be out there if I'm home too much on the weekends, my dad will still be like, man, you should probably be out there on the road with somebody. And I mean, I love it. I hate getting there. Once I get there, I have a blast.
Yeah,
But it goes back to
you
what you said about building relationships. You can't build relationships sitting in an office in
know,
Gillespie.
it's hard to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a pool table or a bar or a coffee machine or nothing. I
Yeah,
mean, nobody's
yeah,
going to come there
but-
just to hang out.
But if this is the way I look at it, if somebody's doing business with you, they want to see your face, right?
Right.
They don't be
Right.
they don't be on Instagram or
Right,
Facebook, and
right.
you're over here playing golf, and they're the
Right.
stars, right? They're over here grinding,
Right.
and they're paying your company
Right.
and you're over here, basically jacking off at some, whatever, like
Yeah.
a different event.
I mean,
So-
I'm 54. I don't do that much anymore, but anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, though.
but as they get younger, like my kids, my oldest is 17.
Yeah.
He would rather text me across the table. than
Oh,
talk to me.
yeah.
So
I
like
know.
as they get younger, it's maybe not the same way.
Yeah.
They might be like,
It's so
they don't give a shit
different.
if he's there or not. They want his old ass there.
Well, you know what's crazy is sometimes I probably brainwash myself and think, oh man, they don't care if I'm there. And then recently, one of our artists was playing right up the road in Birmingham, and I mean, we're good enough friends where I text him the night before. I'm like, hey, I'm coming to your show tomorrow night. Well, I was up at Foxland Pool pounding cold beers. And,
As you should have.
and
That sounds like a little better deal than
Well,
driving up.
no, it was like the night before, and so
Okay.
Saturday morning rolls around, and I'm like, man, I don't want to go to Birmingham, and I just no called, no showed, and thought, man, you don't care, And then he's like, "Oh, I knew you." And then like a day later, I knew you wouldn't show up, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, but they do care. Like my dad's told me that I was like, "I don't care if you're there. I'm like, they 400%."
Absolutely.
Now they're not gonna go like, "Where's my merch guy?" But when you're there and you're not there, they notice you're not being there because they'll reach out to you and go, or you'll see them eventually, and they'll be like, "Oh man, you don't remember? I like this one." "Oh man, I saw you've been out on the road with blah 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 15 times." Like they're very egotistical about that stuff.
I think if I can remember this, like you and like Scott Culture, I hate that Chris Culture, Chris Culture.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you guys rode with, like, tour with people at one time, right?
Oh yeah.
Now was that halfway into the whole journey? Like, how's that transpired now? Because I think
It's still the same.
Let me ask you this, because I think this is kind of how it worked. Your dad basically would put the merchandise. I wouldn't if I'm Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift. I'm not putting the money up to buy the merchandise.
That's 400% correct.
I think your dad was one of the first ones.
That's right.
That I heard of, or maybe that's what I was told. He put the money up.
That's right.
To give your customer, the artist, the merchandise, and then at the end of the day, your dad, if he didn't sell the merchandise, your dad was on the hook for it. Is that how it went?
Yeah, our first client, and my dad's going to listen to this. He's going to love it, but he's going to critique everything that I said is wrong. But our first client, our first.
Can we cuss?
Do what?
Is he all right if we cuss?
Oh, my dad? Fuck yeah.
Well, I fucking like him then.
No,
well, but go ahead. But I mean, that's how
our first client, in-house client, was George Strait, and so not that George needed the help, but our idea on that, or my dad's idea was on that, like, I hate to use the word like you got them on the hook, but like if you then become their business partner. You know what I'm saying? What happened was our business was expanding, and people would see. I mean, it's like anything. I mean, you could be like selling sandwiches, and everybody says, "Oh, that guy's killing it, man. I'm gonna open a," like, "Oh, it's easy. I'm gonna do it," right? So all these merch places started opening up, and we started having more competition. And my dad had enough of a bankroll. He's like, "Man, what if we did like a 80-20 or 85-15 split with them, and we took 20% of the proceeds and we handled everything plus got the cost of goods," which comes out to roughly, on an 80-20 deal, somewhere between close to 30%. He was like, "What if we did that?" And then we're under contract with them, and then we're also business partners with them, and so that way we were selling the idea, and we weren't selling the idea, we were doing it like, "Hey, we're taking ownership in what you're doing. We want your shit to be really badass, because we're not going to put a bunch of crap out there if we're on the hook for it," right? And so Dad did that with Straight, and kind of like he went to them and kind of said, "Hey, can we try this?" And they were like, "Yeah," and it took off, and then it kind of snowballed as well.
So at one time, didn't he have Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we had Taylor. Yeah.
Right at the beginning, right?
I got a great Taylor Swift story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'm not trying to name drop, but I mean, you don't have to use her name.
No, I have a great Taylor Swift story. So, man, I just talked about this the other night with a buddy of mine that's one of the biggest A&R guys of our generation out of Nashville. He was with Universal for years. A&R is the guy that goes out and he discovers, he goes, reports to the president and says, "This guy could be the next big thing."
Me.
Yeah, this
next big thing.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, next Chris Ferguson.
Yeah, this guy could be the next Post Malone. And he also has all these songs coming into him. And so he's deciphering on what songs they should cut. And so he's calling up George Strait, going like, "I think these are the 10 great songs," And so it's his ass on the line, because when it fails, somebody with a huge ego, like an artist, they're gonna be like, "Well, I mean, that's what he said to do," It's like, but anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, so Taylor Swift would come in our office, and I was going through this brutal divorce, and my dad was really good friends with her dad, and still is. Scott and my dad are buds. And Taylor would come in, and she's just a kid, man. She would come in, and she'd sit in my dad's office in there. And I was just hated everybody at this moment in time of my life. And she's in there singing that went number one, that Tim McGraw song, her first song, country music song. I miss Tim McGraw. And she's singing. My dad's always been like a hype man, like in the best ways. He comes in, he goes, "Dude, Scott, what are you doing in here? Come in here and listen to this girl." I said, "Oh, I can effing hear her from here. She's terrible." Fast forward a year and a half later, my dad's like,
Told you.
Taylor did $300,000 last night at some podunk casino, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was never an A&R guy. I thought Garth Brooks was. He came in. I thought he looked like a door-to-door book salesman. I told my dad that. My dad, Rascal Flatts came in. It was right during the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I said, "Oh, great! So we're gonna have country music boy bands now? That's stupid." That happened. So we always laugh, and Dad goes, "Thank God you weren't an A&R guy. You'd be living on a street corner."
Man.
My dad's always had a good ear, though.
What was the? I think maybe Chris Young walked out. I think I might have sold you a truck or your mom. Anyway, I think Chris Young come popping out of there one day. So maybe. I mean,
Chris
the people, people coming in and out of that office, you can say what you want to.
It is crazy about like people like Dad would be like, "Why are you not here?" And I kind of going back on what I said. You can't. They're not going to show up unless you're there. But there's been some pretty. I remember back in the day. This is like young people, your boys' age probably won't. But I remember like sitting there after high school one day and this black 911 Turbo pulled up. I was like, dude, I've always been a car guy. Look at that car and Clint Black getting out. And I thought, oh my God. They're like, "Hey, I'm Clint Black. Is your dad here?" And my dad's sitting in there like, I'm like, dude, what is going on right now?
Did you also think he sucked too?
Clint Black? No, I liked him, man. I thought I was a cowboy driving a Celica back then, man.
If you ever heard Chris sing West Virginia, then if you
That's country road.
Oh, I know. I've been in a karaoke bar one time.
And he'll do it in a limo. He'll do it right now. He'll do it whenever.
Oh, really?
He thinks he's that good.
Well,
I mean, this acoustics in here are perfect.
You ain't had enough beers yet.
Almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River.
You think that was good?
Fuck yeah.
Better than Taylor.
Yeah, hey.
Don't
call me. Don't call me. So
usually we try to get them all younger.
He's the one that got away.
What about the has-beens?
We had a guy.
Eustace.
We had a guy. It's sad though. We had a guy the other day come in, and I heard my dad say he was badass. He's in there singing, and my dad goes, "Man, he's really good, but he's too old." And I go, "What?" I said, "How old is he?" He looks like a young, good-looking dude. He goes, "He's 38. And I went, "Holy God, I'm going to die soon."
We're in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we are.
We're early in the fourth quarter, probably.
We are.
Or late third, anyway.
I hope not,
so your parents being in the business, like, how's it evolved? Like, what, like, think about before the cell phone, before all this
it's
stuff.
Crazy.
For YouTube, like, how would you...
I talk to my mom about that all the time.
How would you describe the business 25 years ago till now?
It is crazy. Me and my mom talk about that all the time. Like, because I think not just in my business, but everybody forgets, like, I think they erased I was
30. 25 years ago, you're 30.
I was an idiot.
But you weren't, 10.
But
you're
it was
30
crazy.
years old.
Like, I remember, and that was before 9/11. I remember, like, we would go in the office and people would come in. We didn't have an armed guard or nothing, but on Monday and Tuesdays were turn-in days. It's all digital now. Dude, these kids are like 24 years old are getting off the bus with whoever, and they've got like briefcase, like gangsters, briefcases of cash coming in there.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And we would just stare at money counters. I mean, it was crazy. Like our whole office, we're a bunch of rednecks anyway, like guns, man. There was like so many guns in our office. Like I was scared we were going to shoot each other, man.
So you think about, so what's maybe,
but it's not like that no more.
Yeah. But maybe was different then is I got a friend in a bus company, so I kind of see, but they would leave for 3 weeks, right?
Right.
An artist would leave on Tuesday, drive to Idaho, Nebraska, South Dakota.
Crazy.
Now,
and they still do that, but they don't ride the buses.
But they leave now more on Thursday and come back on Monday, right?
Country does, but rock, a lot of, there's a band and they're one of my clients and I'm still dear buddies, and he'll listen to this probably. He's a dear buddy of mine. He's the lead singer of Saving Abel, and they were massive for one summer, right? They're out with they were out with Nickelback, Metallica, and they were just blowing up. They had like 3 big hits. But what happens with the rock and pop and rap industry, they put those guys out there so much, they end up hating each other. The bands and the groups, oh God, it's like crazy. They don't even want to be around each other. But yeah, to answer your question, the country end of it. Now, if it's we call it a baby act. If it's a beginner act where money wise or routing wise it doesn't work. I mean, they'll go out for a couple of weeks if they go to the West Coast, but that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, most artists,
I've been on
they send their band out and they fly out, play, they fly back, the band comes back.
Like an established artist that's like killing it. I mean, I was talking to one yesterday and he had a show. We were in Franklin and Uncle Julio's, and he had a show that night in Maryland. But I mean, he also wasn't flying A-list first class either.
I get it.
But I mean, there's only 15 of them. The rest of them got to figure out how to do it. But I mean, if they're on the West Coast, but
it's not like it used to be where you'd have to fly out there to see them. Now, do you bring young guys on now that are sales guys or whatever, and so they just watch Instagram or whatever, TikTok or whatever to get your new clients, or you just not? It's kind of more referral type of thing.
Honestly, yeah, we do. We're blessed to have some guys in our office that are guys and girls in our office that are young and in the know. It's funny, man, I never thought I would. I mean, nothing wrong with turning into my dad because he's a legend, but never thought I would turn into my dad. But I always try to stay up with what's going on. But I'll come in someday and I'll be like, dude, I found this. I'm gonna name drop. I found this Jack Wharf guy. Dude, he's freaking amazing. The 2 young people in my office are like, yeah, we've seen him 3 times at the exit in. He's gonna be a rock star. And I'm like, oh, I thought I discovered something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we do that, but we do also have some young people that are hungry and my son's in the industry, he doesn't work for me, he's in management, and he also we're best friends, and he likes to I'll be like, Tanner, you ever heard of this guy? And he'll be like, oh yeah, duh, and it makes me feel ancient. But yeah, we do. But I mean, that's not really. My dad's built a business well enough that we've always based our business on doing good, honest work. We screw up from time to time, but if we screw up, we fix it. And like I said, man, I ain't found many people that don't like my family. So a lot of the blessings come our way, man, organically.
So what would be the artist you either had, wanted to have, could have, or maybe before your day that you wish you would have had? Or you already have it?
There's a lot of them, man.
Other than Chris Ferguson.
That's a great question though. Man, I've drank a lot of beer, but that is a great question. My wheels are turning on that. I got one. We have never had Chris Stapleton. Super fan. Me and my dad sometimes, and he'll hear this and he'll be like, whew, but he knows this is true. We had Chris Stapleton's wife at the time, Morgan, wanting to meet with us, and my dad was so gassed up about meeting with her, and we went to his business manager's office, which talked to him today. Small world. He had a meeting with my son yesterday. It's so tight of a group about something totally different. So his name's Chris. Chris calls and says, hey, Morgan wants to meet with y'all and talk about y'all doing Stapleton's merch. And so I'm like, let's go. So my dad's like tries to impress her with numbers. We took everybody but Geraldine back there in the print shop, man. And so we showed up, and Morgan Stapleton is just sitting there like, she's just wanting us to she's just wanting to hang out like us and get to know us, you know, and like. Anyway, it's nothing my dad did wrong, but I'm a huge Stapleton fan. I always wish I had did his merch.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of people's merch, and we've lost it along the way. Some because maybe we didn't do a great job, but a lot of it just happens. We lost. We had Luke Combs. My son works not for Luke Combs, but under that umbrella. We lost Luke Combs because these huge, massive companies will offer them like recoupable deals, and when I say lots and lots and lots of money, and I mean they're always gracious, and they'll be like, "Hey, you want to match this $30 million price tag here?" I'm like,
I mean,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But we've lost clients like that too. But it's funny, like some of my best artist friends are people I don't work with.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Jason Aldean, I have nothing to do with Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean is one of the best dudes ever. If Jason walked in here right now, he'd be like, "What's up, boys? Where's the beer?" You know?
Yeah. It's
I
crazy,
mean, but I mean, it's a small community.
Sometimes friends will get, makes business.
Yeah, I don't,
kind of funky.
I get not to take away back from your question. I was thinking that the other night I'm like, I don't have many, and this is such a blessing. I don't really have many people I dislike in our industry. There's people that I think are kind of assholes, but I'm like, most of them have never really been assholes to me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Drew with Gabati. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more episodes. And if you like our content, make sure to give us a follow on all the social medias. Those are in the description. And if you like Scott Calonge, his Instagram is in the description as well. Thanks. Let's get back to the video.
Well, I mean, did you
Go
get
ahead.
all out?
It's your turn.
I don't know where we're on this list.
Before
right
y'all
here.
ask me a question, Miller Lite should probably sponsor y'all because we've drank damn near 70 of them in an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we've drank way more than them in our lifetime, but they'll either give us a sponsorship or cease and desist. I'm not sure which.
there you go.
Trust me, you keep drinking, they are not going to make you stop.
No, they won't make us stop, but they may make us stop talking about them.
Speed up.
If they don't
I
like
say
what
probably
we have to
speed up.
say,
Speed up.
Oh, yeah.
they brew more every day. I don't know where we're supposed to be on this, Scott.
Well, here we go. Hang on, Scott. Look, Scott. Right here. Look, right here. Right here.
I mean, hey guys,
Ain't that hard.
y'all need to get it together. This is my 9th interview this week, and it's Friday afternoon.
Yes, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave.
Hey, Scott, you're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome. Hey, what was been your? If this ain't ChatGPT right here, what's been your favorite? You can't make this up. I mean, that sounds so stupid to ask you that. When did you fuck up and think, you know what? I made it. Basically, when did you think like, hey, I fucking made it?
Man, I've never like really. I've never been like. Now there's probably some girls in Sumner County that would tell you differently. I've never been a douchebag or arrogant. I know too many people that are that way, and I've never wanted to be that way. So I don't think I've made it. I don't want for anything. I mean, I don't. I mean, I mean, if I want to go do something, I do it. But I mean, my means are not that high.
No,
either,
I don't mean like that. Like you're just like, you know what? I wouldn't want to do fucking anything else.
Oh.
I'm glad that I'm
I'm
lucky that I'm here.
I'm very. That's okay. Sorry, really.
Not that I've got enough money to tell Keith to get the fuck out of here.
By Miami and back. Pissed away so fast. What did you say?
Buck you money?
Yes. We didn't have to bring that shit up, Scott. Goddamn. But
I looks like saying it.
Well, go ahead.
Fuck you money.
yes,
You got it?
when did you begin? You know what? Not that
I
you
don't
fuck
have
you money, but
I don't
like,
have fuck you money.
no, I didn't say that you did.
Okay.
But like, hey, this is
Anyway, no, to answer your question, to be honest, man, that's such a good question, man. Probably, I love my brother, I love my mom, I love my dad. My son doesn't work directly with us, but it's like I got a call today from a guy. It's like, God, it makes me feel ancient but so proud. A guy called me and he's like, hey, so, and Tanner Tanner doesn't like not to go down a rabbit hole. He doesn't share with me like because he doesn't have to. He's his own man. But he people that are my age will call me and go like, "Hey, I had lunch with Tanner the other day," and I'm like my son that like used to like. I couldn't get to like pick up his dirty underwear. He's like, "Yeah, man, we had a meeting. God, what a great man. He's got the shit going on, you know." So I guess to answer your question is I'm so thankful that whether directly or indirectly that I always worked around my parents because we're tight. Now, there's two sides of that. My mom and dad can never shut it off. And my mom is the glue that holds Richards and Southern together. She really is. But there are also, and I hope she hears this, there's also other people out there that we could hire and pay very well that could also do what she does. Never as good as she does, but it stresses me out so bad that my mom is in her 70s and literally looks like she's 40 that works her ass off. And I just don't, sorry, I got some in my tooth. Anyway, but I just don't understand it. And my dad's the same way. Now, my dad loves to play golf. He has hobbies and stuff. And I think my dad's to the point now, he likes what I told y'all earlier. Like, he likes to be out there. Him and my daughter, as we speak right now, are going to go walk a red carpet for Dolly Parton's some kind of musical thing. Yeah.
I think it's the
I don't even
Hall
know.
of Fame, I think.
Maybe.
Or maybe
anyway,
her bar
my dad is walking the red carpet. My daughter, which is an actress, is his +1. She's glammed up. Can't wait to see the pictures. My point to all that is my dad loves all that stuff. And he comes in and it makes me feel guilty as shit because he's always there and all that. But I'm like, that's just not what we do. That's just not what I want to do. But to answer your question in a very long form, I could have cleaned it up a little bit. I am so grateful that I had the gift to work with my folks along the way. And as a dad, it's very rewarding now to, even though my son and my daughter are not directly working with me, they're related to our business, which is even kind of cooler because, I mean, he doesn't call me every night and go like, "Hey, guess what I did today?" I'd listen to him, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't have to. But when I have like an OG call me and go like, "Hey, I had lunch with your son today, man. What a dude." And I'm like, damn, that's freaking.
That's better.
That's like winning a trophy, man. That's the best.
So let me ask you this. So who's the biggest, like maybe not biggest, but who would be the best one to hang out backstage? Or who? No, hang on. Who's
I don't want to say that.
No,
hang on.
That's easy.
Who's the best one outside of backstage or outside of the limelight to hang out with?
Easy. I'll answer it both ways. Luke Bryan, best dude ever. Dude, he's one of my best buddies on earth, man. I mean, I could call him right now.
Do it.
No, he's at a meet and greet.
Do it.
There's a good.
You won't do it.
Do what?
You won't do it.
Hey, we got time.
He may stop.
We got time.
I'll call him because you put me on the spot. But if I call him and he answers, he's going to call me later tonight when he's had a couple of vodka cranberries and go like, "Man, why the fuck did you do that?"
Yeah,
I get it.
I get it. I understand that.
He's the best dude on and off.
I've heard that. Not only by you, by several people.
As a fan of the show.
Dude, and let me tell you something. People will say like, "Oh man, Luke, how old's Luke now?" And I'm like, I don't know. He's in his 40s.
He's doing okay.
Luke is. I went to his show last week in St. Louis. You couldn't get another damn ant in that building. He sells more tickets. He comes out there and puts on the damn show of his life. And when he walks off the stage, he's freaking sitting there and he's asking me, "Are you dating anybody?" I'm like, "No." And then he's farting and he's like, "Man, you want a drink?" And he's like, he's just one of us, man. He's just the best dude ever. He really, honest to God, is. And he ain't gonna listen to this probably, but somebody will listen to it and probably tell him. And that's, I get defensive about some Luke Bryan, man. That's my guy.
Well, you know, the thing is like, I'm not around them like you have been, but the ones that I've been fortunate to be around, they're all the same, man. They put the pants on the same way. They do all the same stuff.
Me and Luke used to go to Tin Roof, and he was couch surfing back then. And I would call my daddy, and I had a company credit card. Probably the credit limit was $500 maybe. I'd be like, hey, I'm down with Luke Bryan. We're going to get a quesadilla. We'd eat quesadillas down there at the Tin Roof before it got so touristy. Drink whatever those little shots were in those little paper cups. Had the best time ever. And he is, I tell people, I said, he is the same dude as that dude. Only difference now is his jet fuel costs more money.
I heard.
He is a bad motherfucker.
The song he's got there, I wasn't going to drink today, but a country song came on. I believe him.
Yeah.
Well, he probably wasn't going to drink today, but
yeah.
I mean, there was a parking spot open.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean,
I know that's his fucking theme song.
I've been known to have a beer too.
No, he wasn't going to drink today, but he heard some woo-hoos
downstairs. There's several of them, though. There's a lot of good guys out there, man. There really is. I mean, hell, Morgan Wallen, man, he's a great dude, man. Morgan's a great dude. Morgan is one of the most humble, great dudes ever. He's young, and he's making so much damn money, which good for him. But he has people go, oh, I have some.
What'd you call it? Fuck you, man.
He's like, oh, Morgan's, yeah. He's there.
Go ahead,
Quit.
say it.
No, he's got fuck you, man. Morgan is one of the best kids ever. I say kids. He's not that much younger than me. Yeah, he is. But he's one of the best dudes ever. But people, and I defend these guys, and I get emotional about it. I'm like, dude, you don't know who the hell you're talking about. When they're like, oh, he did this. I went, I did that stupid shit, but I wasn't famous, Yeah, nobody cared.
Well, there wasn't video on Instabook and face cream and all that shit.
Morgan can't go to Chipotle without getting harassed. So if he trips over the curb because he tripped over the curb, people are going to say, "Oh, was he drunk?" Well, no, he's not drunk. It's just
probably, but
man, He's been drinking, maybe.
That goes.
Can't be drunk.
That goes back to and I said I have friends and clients that are the OG guys, and I'll name drop another one. Tracy Lawrence told me one time, he goes, "Thank God we didn't have social media." Dude,
yeah. Imagine
I hope
Johnny
Tracy
Cash had social media.
Tracy's one of the best God-fearing men you will ever meet now, and he does so much for our community, and he probably was then too, but he's a wild, we were all wild.
I tell my
social media is awesome. I love social media. I love it, but I also hate it, man. It's like it's the demon, man.
I was I told this story. The guy that I share my lot with, he was talking about 280Zs.
Yeah.
The Nissan 280Zs. And Michael Fisher, RIP, had 280Zs. I remember leaving summer school at Vol State as a freshman in high school and doing 110 down 25 with Jason Ritchie in between us.
Right.
Just flying down 25. These kids today get caught doing that, they're under jail.
I'll tell Tanner stuff that I did, and I think he probably, we'll be drinking beer at the beach or something, which that doesn't happen enough, but I hope it does in the future. But, man, that's I'll go to the beach as much as I get a chance to, but Mom and Dad got an epic place down there. But me and Tanner, once a year, we'll go down there, and we will literally get up, and we may go do something active. We may not. We may go to the gym. We may play some pickleball. But we go down there and we drink beer until the sun goes down, right? And we will have the best time ever. And I'll get a couple beers in me, and I'll be like, something will resonate with me. And I'll be like, man, I remember that time. Man, and he'll I can tell he's like, oh God, here we go. And I'll say something. He'll be like, dude, no way. I'm like, oh, it should happen. It's crazy. Crazy.
You would know these. Me, Rusty Phelps, Todd Phelps, Corey Phelps, got pulled over at Rivergate Mall with a case of beer. We're 16 years old. Poured the beers out. That's all they made us do. And we watched 2 fire engines. That's it. These kids that today get pulled over that.
Oh, they'd be in the news.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about that. We were talking about that on Kevin Gregory. Do y'all know that name? He's a buddy of mine. His daddy was a cop in Goodlettsville, and we'd drive to Rivergate, go around, and we'd come out. We'd go to Goodlettsville Plaza.
Go to the Plaza.
And
go to the Plaza.
The Plaza.
Remember the
This
Plaza?
is crazy. So we were talking about one night. or whatever, his dad pulled me over, Gouldsville cop, right? And I'm like driving like this with one hand over my eye because I'm so drunk. So not cool, man. It really isn't. And he said, man, you know, he read me the riot act. He's like, your mom and dad would shit right now. He goes, hey, I got a trainee in my car. He's gonna drive your car home. And he drove my car to my mom and dad's and parked it. And Ernie, in full uniform, walked me in and put me to bed. And the next day I woke up and I'm like, dude, I thought I dreamed that. I called Kevin the next day, and his dad, in full uniform on duty, took me to my mom and dad's and walked me in the house and put me to bed.
There you
You
go.
probably figure your daddy.
Times change now.
Crazy.
I tell them, like, times have changed, but the rules have changed, right?
Oh.
And the rules needed to change.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, here's
Some of them.
crazy.
Not
Here's
all of
crazy. So the rules change. So you think it's more? I mean, on the outside looking in, it's more strict, right?
I would
No.
say yes.
But I was a redneck, man. I used to freaking be in controversies all the time. We would go to Worsham's and fight. Now, if you go to Worsham's, you may get shot in the face. Kids don't do that no more. Now, I'm not saying going up there and duking it out and fighting with somebody's the right thing to do, but I'm like, hey, I like my chances a lot better fist fighting some badass than I
You
do.
get shot.
Dude, people are, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a lot.
crazy.
It's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah, as a dad that I know, you got boys, and your boy's young, right?
I was 12, 1, 17.
Oh, 17. Well, there you go. Presley just got out of college, and my daughter, and she went to school at Liberty University up in Virginia, and I mean, which is all here's, oh, dude, it's a great Christian institution. Well, man, it don't matter if it's a great Christian institution or it's rock bottom college university, man. If some wild weirdo comes in there and wants to shoot the place up that day, they're going to, And so, I mean, it's just a weird time, man.
Well, and the thing is, like, it all evolves and it's all changing. And maybe, maybe if they got a beer and talked about it, maybe they wouldn't be shooting anybody. Maybe
you
just
should-
love each other.
You know what? We should start a podcast and call it that.
You should.
Let's get one.
Well, Kenny Chesney came up with this one song one time. It was called "Get Along."
What a song, right?
Pretty good one.
I don't know, but Scott said
Where are you
shitty,
going with
shitty
that? Is that
singer.
why you're not on the podcast?
Hey, Scott saw
Is all we're talking about.
Scott saw him early in his career, so he was shitty.
That's a true story.
I believe you.
Man, I went down there. He's like, hey, boys, y'all come down here. He's playing at a hot dog stand. Hound dogs. We go down there, and my buddy Chris Coulter goes, man, he's a good hangman. He sucks.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I did the same thing. We used to go to Hotel Inn, go with Florida's the line.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna make it.
Man, you know what?
That's a shitty attitude.
Actually, we never had them. And obviously, I wasn't a FGL fan as far as their music goes. But I know both them guys. They're hard to beat. Good dudes, man. Good guys. You know what got them? They butted too many heads, too much political stuff. And
Jeez. This is really.
what y'all
they
whispering at?
didn't butt heads on that.
Somebody.
It's political.
Was the drug dealer coming in?
No,
Political. It was all political.
The
It was all
peanut-
politics.
No, we're out of
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah,
that is a.
we're out of beer.
We can't have that.
Should I go to the gas station?
No.
If y'all got a
no,
daggone Miller Lite endorsement deal, this wouldn't happen.
That is exactly what I was thinking. You know what? I was thinking the same thing.
We already got the commercial laid out, Diet Miller's, so we all stay in shape.
You ready to close out? Hey, Scott, thank you so much coming on here. I know as far as Little Man does, like, we go way back, and I appreciate you getting on here, telling your story, telling some good stories, and then we'll get you back on
I
here.
appreciate you asking me for real. And man, I know we pre-gamed and had a little lunch, and I told y'all, I'm like, man, I'll get to talking and I can go and go and go. So I hope I didn't bore y'all too much because I thoroughly had a good time.
No, you brought me back in when you started cussing. It was perfect.
Fuck yeah.
And hey, it was awesome. Appreciate you, Scott.
I do too, man. I appreciate you. And it's so damn good to see you, man. It's been a long ass time.
I get that all the time.
Man, it is though. I said, who's your co-host? He told me. I went, oh yeah, I remember him.
Little
We
man.
spent a little time up the hill.
Fergie said, "I think that little guy for red tees."
Yeah, that's right. That's
Probably
right.
about when you met.
Thank
me.
you, boys. Cheers.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
And I miss the shit out of y'all too.
well, anytime.
I can't believe your boys turned out as good as they did. You're a piece of shit.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
It's
kidding.
mainly because this was named after me.
Don't bring it up.